Welcome to the MBU Football Coaches Show. My name is Guy Danhoff, and we are here with Coach B. Coach, you went back to Chicago in back-to-back weeks, and you had a chance to go up to St. Xavier. You knew that was going to be a brutal contest, and ended up losing 31-13. But at halftime, the score was you're only trailing by a touchdown, as that score was 17-10. And statistically, you were clearly winning that area of the game. Kind of talks about the tales of two halves, because I thought the Spartans played very competitively, especially in the first half.
Well, I thought we played really well the entire game. You know, there was just a few big plays that we gave up in the second half that hurt us, and but it was really not necessarily, in my view, the tale of two halves as much as it was just kind of the tale of our season. You know,
Right.
that mistakes at inopportune times just continue to hurt us. Kind of what I said to the team afterwards and throughout the week is, when we can get rid of the self-inflicted wounds,
Right.
we're going to be a really good football team.
Yep.
And it's getting them over those, and honestly, that's a hard thing, because we have a lot of youth. We've got it's not a lack of effort, and like I told them,
Right.
as a group, I said, you know, we may not be exactly what these other teams are on paper, but we got a group of tough guys that go out and compete every single week. And I was really proud of how they competed last week. It just, like I said, those self-inflicted wounds a few times, you know, turnovers, special teams errors, and then obviously, you know, one play where they hit us on a double pass, and but outside of that, I mean, you take those plays away, literally it could come down to three plays, and it's anybody's ball game.
Well, I couldn't agree with you more. I mean, just looking at the stats, both teams' total offense, the Spartans had 310, St. Xavier had 300. You both had 15 first downs, and surprisingly, on third down conversions, Spartans were 4 for 15. They were 4 for 16. Saying there's a lot of defense being played, of course. But to your point, I mean, anytime you have a pick six, that's not going to be good. And then, of course, you know, on offense, I know a couple of times you settle for field goals when obviously you're hoping to put the ball into the end zone.
Yeah, and you know, we had three fumbles. I think we got one of them back, lost two of them, and those things add up. And what's unfortunate is just the ball didn't kind of bounce our way that day, because they had three fumbles and we're able to get on all three. And you know, we had the ball in the red zone several times and didn't come out of it with touchdowns on every occasion. But there was a lot of really good stuff that was on both sides of the ball.
Yep.
The touchdown that we scored on 4th and 3, it was a great ball by Cooper, and just a tremendous catch by Shane, one-handed, and made a big play. And you know, you could really feel a lot of momentum swinging there, and the defense went out and did a great job there to get a stop. That put us back into a 17-10, and you know, right before the half, Raekwon gets a sack fumble out off the quarterback, and is just behind the offensive lineman who he beat to fall on the ball. That would have been a tremendous swing, even opportunity to put points on the board going in the half. So, you know, it's like we talk about all the time. It's a 60-minute game, and we've got to just continue to eliminate those mistakes. We were better in a lot of ways,
Right.
but there's still those things that add up, and those are really tough to overcome. Like you said, anytime you have a pick six, anytime you're giving up, you know, muff punts or turnovers on the punt game or blocked punts, those are, you know, percentage-wise, when those happen, your chance of winning goes down drastically.
Absolutely. So, yeah, and you were talking about Shane Becker. Let's just be honest. That was one of the best catches of the season.
It's one of the best catches I ever seen.
Yeah,
you know,
exactly.
I mean,
So
it was tremendous.
that was a really good one. So moving forward, a couple more highlights. Odin Reed obviously converted on 2 field goal attempts. One was 37, one was 23. And of course, it was great seeing, you know, Coop really had a lot of composure. I mean, he had a touchdown and an interception. But overall, I mean, statistically speaking, he played a solid game. Is that what you assessed?
Yeah, I thought he played really well. There was just some little things when he's outside of the pocket and knowing, you know, how to throw it away and do that. You know, the thing that you appreciate is he's always just trying to stay alive and make a play.
Yeah.
I think they're the maturation of a quarterback, the great ones, they understand that, hey, I don't need to make a play now. I'm going to live to see another day and make a play on the next down. And I think that's really kind of not just a quarterback thing, but just a team thing. If we continue to just do our job and realize, hey, I'm going to make a play when it's my turn to make a play, but I'm going to set up my teammate. I'm going to do my job, and you kind of take the game as it comes to them. We're getting a lot better at that, but there's still room for growth. I think sometimes when you get in these situations and you have an opportunity to knock off a ranked team or get back on the winning track, that you start putting pressure on yourself to go make that play, and really it just takes doing your job. That's all it takes.
Right. Well, this week the Spartans are now 2-5, 0-3 in the conference. You're taking on yet another conference foe. As we said, this was going to be the rest of the season. You're going to be taking on here at home Olivet Nazarene. We've faced them 6 times. We've not won against them in our previous history. However, this season they're 3-3 and they're 2-1 in the conference, and they just beat St. Ambrose last week, 34-28. And we have a pretty good idea what this team's all about because we've seen them 6 times now. And what is your assessment from watching the film?
Well, I mean, they're another mid-states team. They've got athletes. Their wide receivers are really good. Their quarterback is a big kid who can throw the ball. This is probably the biggest offensive line that we'll face all year. Yep. I mean, they are big and they're physical. I think they're 2 guards. They're 2 guards and center inside. Those 3 guys, they are over 300 pounds and about 6'3". I think their center is like 6'5" or 6'6". Their 2 tackles are 6'4", 6'5", weigh 275, 280 pounds. They're athletes. So this will be a big challenge for our defensive line and our front 7. They want to run the ball. They've got really good balance to their offense. And then defensively, they've just been very kind of aggressive, in your face in the past. They did lose their player of the year linebacker, Freeman, that transferred to South Dakota State in the last spring. But they retool. They do a great job. They're well coached, and ultimately they're going to come out and play hard. And that's just where we have to eliminate the mistakes and trust ourselves, trust our coaching, and I think we can go make a good game of this.
Well, absolutely, and we know that they put points up on the board throughout most of the games that they've had. But at the same time, again, what I like about this matchup, you just got done playing 2 teams that had some big offensive linemen too. So your front 7, this will be a really interesting matchup. Certainly, Spartan fans, as you look at the game within the game, right? Seeing the belly on belly, as we used to call it back in my day.
Yeah, no doubt. And I think the thing that they have really succeeded on, done a really good job on throughout the year, Olivet, is they're big play based, especially offensively.
Yeah.
So you look at what happened with them against St. Ambrose last week. I mean, they had a screenplay that went for 80 yards. They had several big pass receptions. They've got 2 receivers that are tremendous, and they've got a good group of other guys who can go make plays. So we got to keep the ball in the ballpark, as we say, and not give up the big play. Keep them in front of us, and then they create some issues with their balance and their ability on their quarterback. You can't just drop back in coverage all day because our quarterback is good enough to beat you with his feet. And so we've got to be assignment sound and be disciplined in what we do.
All right, kickoff's going to be at 1 o'clock right here at Spartan Field. And I just want to make one last announcement. If you haven't got your tickets yet, next Thursday on October 27th is the Missouri Baptist University Athletics Hall of Fame banquet, and that's going to be a start time at 6 p.m. If you're looking to get tickets, you can go to mbuspartans.com. You can just click the link. It's all right there. I know, Coach, we're kind of excited because Brad Seigan, who was the sport information director here for many years, he's going to be one of the folks that are inducted into the Hall of Fame. Obviously, he's had a lot to do with all our sports, but also some of the things that we've been able to do with our media as he kind of started the thing. And of course, Adam Sampson, his team, I mean, the things that we're now doing are just amazing. So
yeah, Brad was one of the first people I met here when I got hired. Being the sports info guy and sitting down with Brad and Tom, and it's a great honor. Brad's done a fantastic job, not just here, but then as he transitioned to the sport info for all of the NAI and how he publicizes the NAI. I think he's doing a tremendous job. Really proud of what he's done, and excited to see him and get that honor.
Well, we'll have them in the booth. So the last two Spartan home games are this Saturday, and then, of course, next Saturday for homecoming. Hope to see you here live in person. If not, you can always catch the action right on the Spartan Digital Network. For Coach B, I'm Guy Danhoff. I want to thank you for watching the Coaches Show right here. Thank you.